He's Hey, we're on the Thursday build. The SAS. Nodge is back. Gary's back. It's all back to fun.
Well, that's Gary's back.
Yeah,
Gary's
the
front.
voices in his head.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 of the voices in my head tell me I'm mad. The other one comes.
I got Hard Rock Cafe, Penang. Hilarious, because there is no Hard Rock Cafe in Penang. It's a fucking rip-off, so...
And I've got Vintage Truck Garage Company.
There you go.
Service and repairs.
And none of us wearing a corporate T-shirt today.
No. No, sir.
Anyway, how are we all?
Yes.
I was.
How are we?
I
I'm not complaining.
I overdid it yesterday. I was too tired last night to do the member stream, so
we had
I'm
fun.
better. I'm better today.
Started building in Lanchester.
Oh.
That was fun. It's actually turned out really nice, and it goes together really, really well.
So,
yeah.
And it's a Gobstate Models one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the instructions are beautiful.
Yeah. Well, you know, like stuff like the suspension struts and things like that.
Yeah.
Normally, you sort of got to try and it's a little tiny plastic stud, and you got to try and glue it in without the stud melting off and things like that. These aren't. They've got like little square recesses on the body, so you just put the square into the right place, and it's automatically in the right angle and everything.
Dear.
It's so good that I did half the build last night by the time I went to bed.
Yeah, well, let's bear in mind you don't sleep.
Hey, I went to bed at 2:00.
Yeah, I've been in bed. Oh, God, that's 6 hours last night, I think.
Yeah, but I did sleep until 9.
No, I was up walking the dog at 7:45.
Yeah, see, that's the difference.
Yeah.
What about you, Nodge?
I don't know. Nothing to report. It's all good.
How are you getting on with your SAS build?
Okay, so I haven't touched it because I didn't do anything last week, but I'll just show you because I wasn't here last week. That one, that button, that button, that button.
That ring light gives you a nice soft sun-kissed glow.
So it's sort of together. I don't need to. I was looking at the instructions just before because it's got it's a double Vickers.
Twin Vickers, yeah.
A twin Vickers, and then there's a single Vickers. Yeah. And it goes on the side, sort of. Oh, bloody hell, where is it? Pointing backwards.
Yeah.
There, but I have not attached that or whatever, so I need to. I think I'll put that on. But apart from that, it's all right. Put a little bit of hose on the condenser at the front, and yeah, it's sort of like as you see it. Looks good enough. I haven't painted the faces or the beards or anything at all, but I was going to dabble with that. But I did buy, and I just showed Gary before we went live. I bought a little base for this. But I think I got the scale wrong because it's it's a little bit bigger than the model. In fact, I could do a water diorama. It's like,
Well, it looks like the vast expanse of a blue desert.
Yeah. What a barren, desolate wasteland.
We could get all the ships on there. And still have room.
Yeah. But it's all right. It looks all right. I'll see I don't know. I haven't got a plan for the base or whatever. We'll see what happens today.
Yeah. Cool.
Just go cut out a bit, go stick it on. It's like,
Done.
That's pretty much what I've done. I need to put the magazine. Just realised, looking at yours, I need to put the magazines on with Vickers.
Well, I've just got to. I've got that's not glued on yet, but I've put the 50 cal on mine.
right.
But I've got to put some rockage on the base, and I'm about there.
Sweet.
But I've put mine on a circular base, so I've got track there, and I'm going to put on there like that.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I like what you're
And
doing.
yesterday I went to Battle Games, and I got a 1/48 Red Arrows Hawk. And
You heard it here, you heard it here. Yeah. You heard it here. You heard it here, folks. Mikey bought a jet.
Yes. But I also bought this kit.
Journalists in war.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is have the cameraman stood on the corner there, so he's filming them going past,
Okay.
as if they're filming Rogue Heroes.
Ah, yes.
Ah,
Yes,
all
that's,
right.
that's topical. Yes.
Yeah.
Clever boy.
There we go. Which explains why it's inaccurate.
Yeah, that's a good idea, though, isn't it? Yeah. Well done.
I'm glad I thought of it.
Yeah. Make sure I steal that for another build.
Yes. It's inaccurate because it's based on a movie. Should we go through the comments?
Go
Sure,
on,
quite
then.
a few. Tish says, "Good morning, folks. Hope you're all well. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you."
Paul's in. He says, "Greetings, my friends. Hope all is well."
I was waving to the front
JT
camera.
says, greetings to our models, Eugene, Gerald, and the other guy. Lol.
Could be Jeffrey.
And he goes on to say, Mikey, do you think Benji should be the group mascot?
I thought he already was. He's got his own
So
sticker and everything.
So we could all shout at the same time, "Shut the up, Dimension."
Yeah. Paul says he has my vote.
Oh, bless. He'd be chuffed with that. GM's in. He says, "Greetings, Tiff, Paul, JT. This looks like the P&J talk show. Think I'll just watch. JT, when you enter the tunnel, go towards the light. It's the cafeteria at the other end."
Good tip. JT says, funny how I found everyone here randomly looking for something to watch on YouTube. People genuinely care here. Want to see more of the UK than I did and take the long flight to Australia. Like there's an alternative.
There is. Not taking it.
Yeah, well.
GM says it's not a long flight to Oz from LA to Sydney. It's 11 hours plus 4.5 from New York to LA. There we go.
Yeah, but you're used to flying Hornets, Gary.
It's about 19 from Heathrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot quicker when you can do Mach 1.5 or something.
Yeah, but you don't have to refuel a lot of times. Patrick's in. He says, "Good day, everyone."
Hello, Patrick.
Good day, Patrick.
Ian's in. He says, good MAE chatters.
Morning,
Good morning,
afternoon,
afternoon, evening chatters, and hello to today's panel.
I'll just do that. Woo. Joe says, good morning, afternoon, evening to all in chat. Cheap time, Paul. Speedy recovery, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Hope your snozzer is okay.
Yes. JPC. Morning, JPC. Says, finally, hobby while the stream is live. Good Thursday, all. Good day.
Yay.
What a colourful little avatar he has.
Yeah.
Well, she
It's a
has.
figure.
One or two. Hobby Time says, hi, guys.
Hobby time.
Hi, hobby time. Yeah, JPC, are you male or female? We don't know. We don't like to make assumptions.
Or judgments.
Well, JT says, Eugene looks great. See, there's a judgment.
Thank you, John.
Scott Smuddles is in. He says, good day, everyone. Got my floaty thing, as Gary would say in the week. Yes, floaty thing. I'm building another floaty thing on Monday.
Ian says, that base looks like a mirage, John. Still there.
JT says, Oh, no, GM says, well, stop confusing it, Max. JT said Mad Max Sharks.
Yeah. And GM says, Mikey, I'm holding the camera. No, I'm not. Lol.
Ian says, that's a brilliant display idea, Mikey. I love it.
Yeah, it's a
Thank
little
you.
bit out of the box. That's good.
Philip says, hi, guys and Tiff.
I feel it.
Hello.
Dorkosaurus with his new watch is in. He says, hello, good morning, or good peoples.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah.
Dorkosaurus.
All right.
Now then
That's all the comments.
That's
So
all
now
the
it's only
comments?
uptime. I need to decide what the hell I'm going to do with this base.
Well,
All right then.
this base is obviously, but it's obviously that's not going to look very good. So what I'm going to do is whack some filler on it
Wax on, wax off.
to make it
Righto.
look a bit like sand texture. So this
That's
should be
the
fun.
beauty of sculptor mold. Is it has a natural texture to it. Texture to it. Finished
Oh,
now?
I'm going to have to use my Oxleys.
Oh, so I've got some rockage.
Ooh. Did you get that out of the garden?
Yes, I got large rockage, which won't be used for this build because it's too big.
Yes.
And I've got small rockage, all from the garden.
Nice. Of course, if you had a pestle and mortar, you could make even smaller rockage.
Well, I could. The garden is a good source of diorama related.
I need to get into my garden and sort some sticks out.
What I need is one of my
Well, that's a rip-off, isn't it? Half a tub. Come on. That's brand new tub.
Oh. Gee, I'd hate to be there when you open a packet of crisps.
I don't eat crisps very often. Saying that, it's only $1.99, so.
So I am going to put some PVA glue in one of my few bottle tops that I've got. Not that I've got a drink problem.
You don't have a drink problem.
No problem.
You drink quite easily.
But I do have a PVA glue problem because my old's bunged up.
Oh.
So
Sounds
I've got
painful.
to, yes, I've got to remove said PVA directly from the.
JT says, John, a naval battle diorama with your HMS Victory, you could do a friendship too.
Oh, good news!
Yeah.
I've got rid of the HMS Victory.
Oh,
hey.
damn.
One of the guys from the modelling group has claimed it. Yeah!
You're worried you're going to have to build that, weren't you?
I was absolutely bricking it.
GM says, Mikey, okay, now confused. SAS Jeep on a blue base in the Ogden, having a paddle, are we?
Well, no, it won't be blue when he's finished with it.
No, sir. It'll be green. Just to confuse Gary.
It'll be sky blue pink with polka dots.
Yeah. Why not? Get all artistic, I am. The doctor said I'm artistic. Or is that the psychiatrist?
I've never picked a paintbrush up in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Thank you.
Charming.
Small vote of confidence.
Yeah, John.
I hope your next poo's a pineapple.
Oh,
Backwards.
no, I'm out of the Air Force now.
JT says, Gary Morris, victory from the jaws of defeat.
It was. It was. And the And what's even better is on Tuesday at our face-to-face group, the gentleman concerned started building it. Ha ha! So it ain't coming back.
Yay! Here we are. XPS foam.
Wonder if
Yes.
we'll have any of your group in today.
I don't know.
Philip says, Gary, how did you get on with the wooden floaty thing? I found one in my stash. It looks a nightmare.
It's actually not that bad. It is stalled at the moment because I've got so many other things on the go. I was saying to Mikey before we went live, I have got too much stuff on the go.
Yeah.
So I've got to start rationing out
Your
not
time.
the stuff I do with online, but the other projects that I do for myself, if you like. I was saying I've got as opposed to the three online builds I've got a Chinook to finish off, an F-35 to finish off. I'm also building a Swordfish and a Sea Hurricane for a diorama build. Another group. And quite frankly, I don't know where I'm getting all the time from, so I've sort of overcooked it a little bit. But never mind. So you just have to stop playing PlayStation and spend more time at the bench.
Yeah. Good excuse too, isn't it? Not that you need one, really.
It's battling my tiredness. That's the trick. As soon as I start to get tired, I that sort of manifests itself more and more quite quickly, and
Yeah.
very often after a live stream, I have to disappear.
Yeah. Because he's getting old.
Well, it's part of the leftover bits from the strokes that I had.
You admitted you're getting old this morning as well.
I did, yeah. Oh, yeah. But you know, this one of the side effects of the two strokes is the fatigue, and it's not nice.
No. JT says, would that be a small victory, Gareth? Gareth?
It was a small victory. As far as I'm concerned, it was a major victory.
GM says, well, I like Mr. Morris's base as it looks delicious.
Thank you.
Sweet.
I've just noticed. Have you noticed what I've done wrong here?
No.
You've put the rocks in a line.
Yes, exactly, Mikey. I've put the rocks in a line, so I'm going to have to do some. That's exactly the point I wanted you to make, Mikey.
It's unnatural.
It's unnatural, yeah.
Just not natural.
There we are, children.
Lesson 1 of the day. Don't put your rocks in a line.
Yeah, don't get your rocks in a line.
Not heard of no Atten.
What?
I ain't not heard of no Atten.
Could move that one. Into a cluster there.
There we go.
What's a cluster of rocks called?
A rockery.
Rockery.
36 Squadron.
Oh. Gary Evans.
Oh, steady on. That's 2 Squadron. Of course, I would never take the mick out of anyone in the RAF, just for being in the RAF.
Well, that's what the RAF was put on the planet for people to take the mick out of it.
Yes.
We can always get our revenge by cancelling your R&R flight.
Yes. Which you did quite a lot. Or delayed it, at least.
That's the problem with aeroplanes. When you've only got a limited supply of aeroplanes, they go unserviceable. You've got nothing to replace them.
Yeah, that's a fine excuse.
Well, it's like yesterday, my son was supposed to be flying out to Mallorca with Ryanair.
Yes.
And the aircraft he flew out on was a Lauda air flight with a Ryanair number.
Oh.
So a louder air flight. So they turned the engine on this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an electric aircraft.
I don't remember how this
solar-powered.
stuff works.
There you go. I think I've salvaged that. Ooh.
This is why we wear gloves for doing this stuff.
I should have 3D printed a little dead bones of a dead animal or something.
Yeah.
3D printed a scorpion or a snake.
135 skulls or something. You still
but
could. You have time.
An animal skull.
People got killed in the desert.
Yeah, but I don't want to get too macabre.
Macabre. That's a big word. JT says, with big and small victories, is there victory envy? Quite possibly, buddy. And he says, GM, coffee cake with cinnamon and sugar. Nom, 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 nom.
Coffee cake. Coffee and walnut cake's my favourite. Oh,
Yeah. I like carrot cake too.
Oh, they're all good choices.
Yeah. There's no bad choices when it comes to cake.
Well, yeah. Well, humble pie is one I can't abide, but we're talking about cake, not pie.
Battenberg, that's one I don't like. And I don't like Bakewell tarts. They like eating glue.
Well, that's a tart, not a cake.
Or a Bakewell cake, then. It's pastry, isn't it?
Yes.
It's horrible. Give me a dirty, great strawberry 3-layer.
Black Forest Ghetto.
Oh no, I don't. Believe it or not, I don't like Black Forest Gatto because I don't like the cherries, the Massachusetts, the Massachusetts cherries.
Maraschino.
That's the ones. Don't like them. They taste horrible.
I tell you what is nice: hot chocolate with the black cherry monin syrup with cream on top. It tastes like a Black Forest Gatto. Nice.
When I was out in Italy, our detachment commander was a Harrier pilot, and he'd ejected in Germany out of a Harrier into the Black Forest. So we always made a point of reminding him he'd ejected into a Black Forest Gatto.
Delicious.
Yes. Bilksaw says, my favorite cake is one I'm eating.
I'm not a sweet person, really. I'm a savoury person.
Yeah, you're a bit of an ass, really, aren't you? I mean, painted, but
Linz. JT says Linzer tart with raspberry filling. I love raspberries. What's a Linzer tart?
Linzer tart. I don't know. I think Jim went to school with her.
Linzer Tart is a lady of the night who operates around the corner from where Jim lives.
Steady on. Little bit sexist there.
Patrick Clark says a wet paintbrush is good for smoothing out filler, Mikey. Yeah, it is.
But it's sand, and sand isn't smooth.
No. Well, it is in some places.
No, it's not smooth. It's flat, but it's not smooth, is it?
Okay, so I've looked up Linzer tart.
It came up with you want.
Oh,
yes. So it's a Linzer tort is a traditional Austrian pastry, a form of shortbread topped with fruit preserves and sliced nuts.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Does sound nice, eh? I think you're onto something, John.
Yeah, you may have. Yeah. GM says, Mr. Marley, oi! The standard flight time to LA from Sydney is around 12 to 13 hours with Qantas. We are a bit quicker in the DCA as we cruise at Mach 0.9, an average of 11 hours.
Hey.
Wow.
That's all right.
Still a long time to be trapped in a tin can.
Yeah, I didn't like flying down to the Falklands, especially as I was a smoker at the time as well.
JT says raspberry Harmontaschen are good. Jewish pastries for the upcoming Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Yom
I'm
Kippur.
glad you read that on that one, not me.
Well, I think I need to put my teeth back in. Otherwise, I'd have trouble chewing on the pastries. They sound delicious. Dorcosaurus says lemon-filled Krispy Kreme donuts. That's some good stuff.
Mm.
I
Do you know
do,
when
do like, so they've got some Krispy Kreme donuts out here that are Harry Potter ones. So they're literally, the 4 houses. But I saw a thing in the UK earlier. They've got ones that just come in a box, and you don't know what house you're in until you eat into it. And the filling is the colours of the houses. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Joe says, just listening to this chat, I've had to take a metformin tablet type 2. Stop it!
Well, it's better than me talking about politics, isn't it?
How do we always end up coming back to food on this channel?
I've noticed it on other similar shows like this. On the Flory one, they're always talking about food.
Are we getting that poor as a country that we're starving and just constantly think about food?
JT says, Joe, I just took mine. The tablet, that is.
Excuse me, I will just mute for a second.
Oh, Julian says sand isn't smooth, it's granular, which is why we use sandpaper. In Italy, they call it glass paper, so they assume that they've already nuked the place.
Mm.
But this stuff, the desert sand, I'm meant to use. You can dilute it with water or acrylic thinner.
I could have
So I'll
used
get
that, but it's very yellow.
It's very yellow, but I'm going to paint it afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll just I'll put it on with a thick, coarse, like a pitch brush, and then sort of clean it up later on.
Yeah. I'll just spread it on with a scraper and then just use my fingers to dab on it.
Looks like sand. Oh God! Now I'm back in I'm back in Qatar again, having a conversation with an American at the piss ball. Oh my God!
Aaron Will says it's lunchtime here. Food. It is indeed.
JT says, I hear Benji. Lol.
Paul says, greetings, Julian. JT says, Gary Markham, Goldfinger.
Oh, he's not happy.
Is he not?
So the better-looking Marley the other day said that he would like to do more dioramas. So
there you go. You've got someone you can bounce ideas off now.
Yeah, neither of us have any idea. So yeah, what he said was like, he wants to do more and more stuff and diverge, because I showed him which model kit I was interested in getting the other day, and he just he was about to get in the car and he's about to drive up here and punch me in the head. So we decided that we'll just do different things.
I know that feeling. No offense. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could have used that AK sand because I've got it, but it's like what £10-15 a tub, whereas this was $1.99. So
Julian says, Mikey, I was about to type something to you, but I forgot what. It's my age. It'll come to me, probably.
That sounded so sad.
Dorcosaurus says, well, I just woke up and my tummy is empty. Well, it would be after the conversation we've just had. Battenbergs. Let's talk about Battenbergs.
I'd rather not.
Well, so they're the cakes that have the different colours, the squares of colour. So they just sort of stack them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a thing we do here.
And they wrap them in marzipan.
Oh,
that's all right.
Oh, no.
I like it, but you can't eat much of it because it is so sugary. You can feel your teeth rotting as you eat it.
It's like fudge. I can't eat much fudge because it's too sugary.
I think what I'll do, I'll keep the sides. I was thinking about painting them in the desert as well, but I think I'll keep them and buy some balsa wood and just stick it around the edges or so.
Yeah.
But that'll do. That looks desert-like. I need to wash out my brush. I'll be back in a moment.
That's a euphemism.
Julian says, afternoon all. Afternoon,
Afternoon,
Julian.
How are you, young man?
Squish, 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 squish. Oops.
Joe says, I'm... Oh, hang on. I've got a slight issue.
Oh, Joe, how did your golf game go?
Yeah, Joe says, I'm painting my Austin Katie ambulance, matte linen Humbrol. What colour can I use in Vallejo? Stand by, I'll let you know.
Off-white.
Let me check for you.
What's that one I was playing with earlier?
Penis.
No, sir. It depends. Linen.
All right, I'm just checking with you.
Well, that's a UK light stone. I don't know if that's the sort of colour you're after, but that's a 71.143. Number again.
71.143.
43. All right, back in a moment.
Okay.
Hobby colour converter.
GM says, Mikey, yeah, been confined in an aircraft surrounded by smokers, 11 hours in a C-130 with 59 smoking non-stop. Oh, no, I smoked at the time, but because we were on a civilian airliner, we weren't allowed to smoke. And it's a ridiculously long flight from Ascension. Well, you went from Bryce down to Ascension, and then from Ascension down to Falklands.
And it was a long, long way.
Yep. So
maybe equally longer in a Herc.
Yeah. Well, you got off the aircraft at Ascension, and everyone just went straight into the terminal and went outside and just like smoking as much as they could.
Joe, have you got? Was it Joe that was asking about the?
Yes.
Have you got
A pen?
A number for the Humbrol paint that you're using?
Just search Humbrol linen.
Well, I've got it. I've got my color converter up, but I can't seem to see a linen in Humbrol paint.
Yeah.
Not unless it's an enamel.
Ooh.
So I'm looking in acrylics.
That's someone knocking at the door.
Oh no. It's going to burst into song then.
Yeah. Open the door and let her in. So linen, I use generally Mr. Colour. So C45 is a sail colour. I use that for the, I guess, unpainted linen on, say, Sopwith camels and whatnot. But that's not Vallejo. That's not what you're asking.
If I could find it in Humbrol, I could find the conversion.
Oh, I've got the
Vallejo.
I've got a Humbrol chart that does conversions.
I'm not sure they do one.
That's what John's saying. He's got one.
So it's got all the colour swatches there and all the different paints on the back.
Not the colour, not the swatches thing. The
okay,
linen.
so what linen colour? What was the number in?
That's what I was trying to find out.
Oh,
please.
number 74.
74?
74.
Yeah. Ah, matte linen.
You want a Vallejo? Bloody hell. The closest one is 70953.
Okay. I should use the app for that.
But it's a slightly darker than the Humbrol. But you could lighten it up a little bit.
Oh, Tiff's answered in the comments.
Yeah. Vallejo
Okay, sorry.
858.
Oh, there you go.
And she also says off-white. Yes. Carry on with the comments.
Let's put my very large phone away.
JT says, feel better, Julian. Yeah, hope you feel better soon, dude.
Oh, sorry, Julian. I didn't realise you were feeling unwell. Don't you kick off again, or I'll... Don't you dare.
Or I'll kick off.
Did you just say you'll put him down?
No.
No.
Oh, sound like you said put him down then.
Right.
No.
I said or I'll, and then I stopped myself.
Yeah. Because he's but an humble dwarf.
I am but humble dwarf.
Julian says top 2 even. Oh, tops 2 even. Paul says evening all.
Hi, Paul. And Timmy!
Hey, Timmy.
G'day, Timbo.
Hello, Tim.
I spoke to him earlier today. I said, what's this stuff called? And he told me, and I went and got some.
Ah.
There is now an XPS foam shortage in Australia.
Yes. JT says, I'm talking about food. Guilty on that. How about the salmon mousse?
No, I don't like salmon.
Darling, you didn't use tin salmon, did you?
We were watching Come Down With Me the other night. And this guy did a meal. And they went, one of the girls went, I can't believe you used tin salmon. Why did you use tin salmon? There's competition. He went, to be honest, I didn't know it came any other way.
Fair play.
Yeah. That's a good reason, isn't it?
Great reason.
That was highlights of my childhood. That was going around to my nan's on a Sunday for Sunday tea, and she always had a tin of John West salmon.
Luxury.
Julian says, not as young as I was yesterday, Shelby. It's that their linear time thingy. Damn nuisance, if you ask me.
Yeah, not wrong.
Guys.
So if anyone's watching from Melbourne, I lost my spectacles down there. So can you keep a lookout for them? I actually have no idea where they are.
You can't see them.
No. No, sir. But it's odd because, Paul mentioned to our dad that, it's just like meaty lose them. In fact, because they're clear frames.
Yes.
That he reckons I'm probably wearing them. I just can't tell. But,
Well, I was going to say, you are getting old, so are you sure they're not on your head?
Yeah, they did not come back with me. And Paul's had a look everywhere, even rang the fish and chip shop I was at the other day to see if I left them there.
They
No, sir. Deep fried them. Oh.
Joe says, thanks, Tiff. Off-white. Okay. Mikey, I was 6 strokes better than last week. A great day for me. Thanks for asking. Yeah, nice improvement. 6 strokes better. Yeah. I came second in the British Open on the computer the other day.
That'll do. So while that dries, I'll just I'll sort of paint these guys a little bit more and see what I can do with that department. Would you say this is the last week of the SAS Jeep build?
Well, it's up to you guys, because me and Gary were discussing this.
Yeah.
If me and you have got more stuff to do, we can carry on doing it for a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
If you want to, if you want to make this the last one, we can make this the last one.
I'll leave it up to you guys.
Let's ask the audience.
Because the deal is, as you know, I want to do more dioramas, and this is not complete. So I could do that, but I think I'll either bore myself or your viewer numbers.
No, with that in mind, I suggest you carry on.
Yes.
Because I can be doing some of my other jobs. I can still be on the stream doing some of the other jobs, but I'm actually calling mine done.
But you could do more of the chat and things, couldn't you, as well?
Yeah, yeah. So, of which says Julian says salmon mousse was that a World War II operation code name? Yes, this is Operation Salmon Mousse. Gino's in. Hello, Gino. Haven't seen you for a while. Hello to everyone in panel and chat. Hello, my friend.
Hey, Gino. He became a granddad.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time.
Congratulations.
You
Well
were saying
done.
last night in the member stream.
That is the best thing to be a granddad. You can pile them up with sweets, wind them up, and then hand them back.
Yeah, have some red frogs. No,
Yeah.
have some more. Would you like some red snakes?
Oh, you're getting a bit out of control now. Back to mummy and daddy. Julian says, Paul, that sounds like the start of a joke. Two Marleys walked into a room, lol. JT
The
says,
first one said, what model were you thinking about getting?
JT says, Monty Python, salmon mousse was what everyone ate when death arrived at the party.
Yeah.
Correct.
Joe says, thanks all. And GM says, Mikey, we went from Richmond to Darwin at max weight and min speed. Loadmaster wouldn't open the rear door. We were all sick. And Paul says, you're better looking, Marley. Darling, you didn't use canned salmon, did you? Julian says, are we talking about food because talking about the weather is so 2024? It's so de rigueur. JT says, John, when you go to the eye doctor, they're going to make a spectacle.
I don't get it.
Julian says, Joe, there are reasons for counting your strokes is odd. Oh, golf strokes. Oh, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
GM says, Mikey, yes, UK to Falklands is a long way. We flew that way after hostilities finished, a long time over water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cool as hell at night, though, on a clear night. Looks like you're flying through the stars. It's ace.
Oh, did I
Captain's
just knock
log,
those
Stardate 24-173.
Well, we're flying back over the South Atlantic in the middle of the night, and it's beautifully clear night. We could see the water below us and just the stars above us. And it, honestly, I looked out the window, I thought, oh, wow. It looked like we were flying through the stars.
Oh,
It was really weird.
Kevin's in. He says, good day to everyone. Good day, Kevin.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Gino says, good idea, Gary. And the current Mrs. Morris is coming up the stairs. That's always a bad thing.
Oh.
I'm normally in trouble. Not this time. JT says, Paul Marley, they took the ghost cars with them too, lol. There's no lol on the end. I put that in, and it was my artistic license.
I love that movie. It's so good.
Which movie is that?
The Meaning of Life.
Oh, right. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life.
Yeah.
42.
Yeah, baby.
And Joe says, no, Julian, I'm 64. I have a limit. Ha ha ha. Julian says, that reminds me of a joke. I'll put it on Discord as it's too long for here.
Aren't they all?
Tiff says, Wessex. Yes. Don't say Wessex. Just realised what you did and I said it out loud.
Yes. It's not Tiff's fault you like Jadlams, is it?
I'm not
It's
on
AliExpress as well.
I'm not looking at a Wessex. They're being nasty to me. The big boys are bullying me, Marion.
Nobody's bullying you.
Tiff says, emoji laugh, emoji laugh. I do like that Wessex. And I was looking at what Gary was doing with the Wessex, and he's done such a nice job. GM says, the Python fan club methinks is here.
Yes.
JT says, did you hear about the movie they made a fuss over? They really made a big production out of it.
Very good.
And Aussie Ian's in. Good evening, morning and afternoon all. Good afternoon, evening and morning, wherever you are in the world, Ian.
Hello.
Be close to John, so good evening.
He's Aussie Ian, so I imagine he's in Australia.
Yeah, but you can be in Australia and not be close to John.
Ah, yeah, but it's still evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot deny.
Julian says, actually, no, I won't. I've forgotten what I was going to type again. Oh,
This is working nice.
yeah, see.
Turned out nice again.
Turned out nice again. Pat it all down.
Oh, Mr. Woo.
Oh, Mr. Woo. Wouldn't get away with singing a song like that or
No.
creating a song like that now.
No. GM says, what's this thing about Wessex? Have I missed something here? Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah. An innocent, absolutely innocent.
Old man.
I was quite innocently looking on Jadlam's website at the Epic's new 172nd Wessex.
Right.
I was commenting on that for what it is, for what you get, i.e., you can fold the rotors and crack the tail and all that. It's a very good price, and it's a lovely kit. And unfortunately, at the same time as I was saying all that, my wife walked past the man cave door, and people who will remain nameless, but mainly Mikey, shouting, "He's on Jadlam! He's going to buy it!" I got such a roasting.
It was brilliant.
It wasn't. Where I was bloody sat, it wasn't. JT says, "Are my jokes like electrician jokes? Revolting." Oh, revolting. Oh dear. Tiff says, off-white or white for the inside of the Model T ambulance. Oh, off-white or white for the inside of the Model T ambulance.
Yes.
Is it the ICM one? The French? Are you doing the French one or the?
She's doing the British one. Well, the American/British one.
Oh, I'd do off-white if you were going to do white.
Yeah.
With occasional
White's
little red
great.
speckles in it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I had an aged white yesterday. What did I do?
What?
with it? Aged white.
Oh, I thought you said you had an aged white.
That's it.
God,
Aged white.
Is that common?
71.132 aged white.
Jeez, how many shades of white can you get? They're going to outdo them shades of grey, I think. Philip Page says, I saw a review about the Wessex. Looks like a must-have. Yes, it does look very, very good. And from what Gary's been saying, Mr. Evans, Waitrose to us, it's a nice kit too. It goes together.
Mr. Waitrose to you.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir Waitrose.
Sir Waitrose.
Lord Waitrose.
Lord Waitrose of London. Joe says, for Jim, every time I hear Aussie Ian, I think of Aussie Gwillan, the old White Sox shortstop. Now we're disappearing into details that I know very little about.
No.
Yeah.
Is a shortstop the same?
Do we look like sports fans?
Is a shortstop the same as a backstop, the same as a wicketkeeper, really?
Yes.
All right, okay. The guy that stands behind the batter.
Yeah.
Julian says, it doesn't stand, he squats, doesn't he? Julian says, oh yeah, I remember when I was going to type. Oh, I give up. As I typed, I promptly forgot. Sigh. JT says, off-white sounds like a colour for the inside of a paddy wagon, taking people away on holiday to the padded room.
Yeah.
I think I must be due a stay there. And Ian says, I think I'm about 20 minutes from Johnstown.
I believe you are. Yeah.
That is very close. That's round the corner in Australia.
Well, yes, over the river, or over two rivers.
TBG says, hi everyone. TBG, good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world.
Hi, TBG.
Paul says, flying over the Atlas Mountains one night, I watched a police car travelling with lights flashing. It was amazing from thousands of feet up. Because there's probably nothing else around. And Lord Waitrose is in.
Hello.
Good afternoon, all. Just been talking about the Wessex build, your lordship. That's only reserved for one person.
Yes, Le
Yeah,
Grand Fromage.
Yeah.
Mr. Malcolm Childs. Tiff says, off-white it is then. Might do the bench silver. Ooh, silver.
You're painting your bench silver. Shiny.
That's my specialty.
GM says, Mr. Morris, I think we have to set up the bearded one in a sting operation or something along those lines. I don't think we could get him. Jim's in. He says, good afternoon, morning. Oh, no, he doesn't. He says, good morning, afternoon, evening to all. Good afternoon, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Timmy says, no, the umpire is behind the batter. The shortstop is between second and third base. Well, who's on first?
The guy that never gets all the way.
TBG Model Work says, afternoon, Ocado. JT says, instead of over the river and through the woods, it's over the river and through the bush in Australia.
Yeah.
Over the hills and far away, yeah.
Timmy says, well,
Great
batter,
song.
catcher, then ump. Yeah, but who's on first? Only Abbott and Costello fans will know.
Oh, I think everyone knows.
Jim says, Joe to Joe Leal, Ozzie Gwillan has a strong following in amongst White Sox fans. See you later, love. Have a nice time. You fed the dog?
We'll keep him off Jadlams, don't worry.
Shut
Bye,
up.
Marianne. Love
Well,
you.
At least she laughed as she went downstairs. Either that or she was. I'm not going to smell you bastards.
He's not looking at a Wessex, honest.
I'm looking at the stream.
He's not. He's looking at porn.
I'm now getting accused of breaking my phone on purpose so I could get a new
Helicopter porn.
Helicopter porn. Oh, look at the blades on that.
Oh.
Oh, look at them rotors.
Droopy blades.
Well, that's my base covered. Covered all bases.
Joe says, Spanish lesson. Pronounce Gwilyn as Guyan. So it's Guyan. Guyan, wasn't she in Star Trek? Didn't Whoopi
Guinan?
Goldberg play Guyan?
You're thinking of Gyna.
Oh, was it Guinan? Oh.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're thinking of Gyna. Gynan.
Guinan.
Gynecologist.
No! Don't take it that way. That's what she
That's
said.
what he said.
Timmy
There you
Evans says, funnily enough, first baseman. Yeah, but who's on first?
Oh,
First
Christ.
baseman. Usually, but it's usually the teenagers, let's be honest. They're always on first base.
JT says, Abbott and Costello did a movie aboard the USS Arizona.
Yeah. Well, I never.
Jim says, is this the last installment of the SAS Jeep build? It is
We're
for
gonna do
me.
this one more.
I will be here for the rest of the builds, doing other things, but also doing the chat for the boys as they work on their dioramas.
I don't think it can go much more than one more week. So all I need to do really is buy some little sort of tufts of well, I either use a little sort of diorama stuff which I've never done, or I can sort of use little scissors and trim some pubic hair and just scatter that around, and then paint it up so no one will know. What? I've not done dioramas much. I don't
Oh, it's got
know.
brim, didn't it?
You could go walk about and pick some natural stuff.
Pubic hair.
No. TBG says they've got that really expensive kit you wanted, Gary.
Not wrong.
Shh, don't you lot start. And Duke's in. He says, "Good day, all you beautiful people. Good day,
Hello,
JP.
Duke.
How
He
the devil
turned up,
are you?"
Ooh, coffee.
turned on, and then just what? He's talking pubic hair. Oh, I'm on the right place. Yes.
David of the Valleys is in. He says, "Hi all, David. Good morning."
All right,
afternoon,
David.
evening, wherever you are, but you're in Wales, so good afternoon, sir.
He's in the Rhondda Valley.
Look, he was in the
So, because he's in Wales, it's Penawdda.
Penawdda.
Yeah. Penawdda, Siruchi.
JT says, Jim, Eugene, Jeffrey, and Gerald will be leaving us soon. Yes, but they may very well. I don't know which mine is now, Gerald or Jeffrey, but will possibly be making an appearance at Scale Model World.
I need to walk away. Back in a moment.
As Davy's in South Wales, it's Penawdda Shumai, because they speak the heathen tongue down there. They don't speak proper Welsh.
Like what you do. Well, you don't, because you're learning it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I learned bits of it when I was younger. I just didn't like the idea of speaking Welsh when I was younger, because I didn't know anyone in my town that spoke it.
Jim says to JT, I think the Arizona was featured in a couple of other films during the 20s and 30s. Absolutely.
Probably.
Talking of films and the Arizona and sort of Pearl Harbor and that sort of thing.
Yes.
JT says, Jim, Gloria Stewart was aboard her. One of my most favourite films of all time is In Harm's Way.
Ooh.
And that stars the great and legendary John Wayne and Kirk Douglas. And it's all in black and white. But it's a very, very good film.
Ooh. There you go.
I think Henry Fonda's in it as well.
Got some tracks in there now as well.
Nice. I've got a feeling Henry Fonda's in it as well.
Too.
Jolie says, John with white. No, he'd have to dye them. Okay, Tiff says, for the love of all that's unholy, John, do not use that.
What, you think he hasn't already? How do you think he gets his materials to bind for his bases?
Yeah. And David of the Valley says, it is that, Mikey.
The Saxons used horsehair. John uses his own hair.
Moving on, Gary Malcolm says, watching a Japanese modeler use fake eyelashes as mini aerials on a 135 walkie-talkie radio. Bloody hell, that's taking it to extreme.
I hear toothbrush bristles are very good at as anti-static wicks on the back of wings and flying surfaces.
There you go. It's amazing.
25 people watching. Don't forget to lube and subscribe, people.
Yeah. Julia says, once I was waiting for a colonoscopy, GP allegedly looked up who to call and gave me a number to call. No answer for 2 days. Eventually they replied, gynecology. Eye roll. Oh, dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jim says, GM, perhaps you could 3D print a figure of David Sterling standing next to the Jeep. I could, but I've got a rather large, and Mikey's going to remind me of something in a minute, but I've got a rather large 3D printing task for Mr. Skippings to do at the moment, which is massive. Let's just say it's to do with the Akagi build that he's doing, and it involves pipes, lights, switch boxes, and all sorts of little bits and pieces.
There you go. My base is now on the shelf and drying.
Here.
Julian says, Gloria Stewart was aboard who? Was that on OnlyFans? Oh, boys, come on.
Oh, boys.
Grown up about this. Stop messing about. JT says there was a good film on the USS Indianapolis, old film. Didn't they use Indianapolis in that film with Steven Seagal in?
Fake Fighter 3.
Where he played the chef who was ex-Special Forces.
No, that was in Missouri.
That was the Missouri, absolutely, yes. Sorry. Ian says, I lubed before the show started, Mikey. Always wise.
Yes. You never know what will happen.
GM says, John M. Yes, I too use brush bristles and the larger nylon bristles for static wicks and aerials. They work a treat.
Do you know what I use? When you boot brushes, you can get the ones that got soft bristles, soft light brown bristles. I use them for doing hay. Just cut them up, sprinkle them with some PVA glue.
Yeah, works.
Yeah.
Amazing what things around the house you can use in a diorama.
Yeah.
Just don't tell the missus.
No.
JT says, Julian, Gloria Stewart was aboard the USS Arizona.
Right. Cameraman.
Under Siege, says Timo.
Yes, that was it. Awful film. The only best bit about that film was Erica Eleniak. And if anybody's watched the film, they'll know which bit I mean.
The best part of that film was the end credits.
No. Erica coming out of the cake was...
Right.
I love the detail in these ICM figures.
JT says, I mentioned the Indianapolis in Jaws. That's
that
the one that sank and everyone was taken by the sharks from memory. The one that, the nuclear bomb. Timbo says, Seagal is a master black belt in Bullshido.
Have you seen him now? He's huge now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I mean, not that I can talk, but...
Yeah. Look at the detail in these figures.
To JT, are you thinking of the film with Stacy Keach as the captain of the Indianapolis? If so, I think it was entitled The Mission of the Shark or something like that.
There you go.
Is that the one that was coming back from delivering parts to the atomic bomb, or delivering the atomic bomb to the island where it took off from on Enola Gay, and it got torpedoed, and the crew that abandoned the ship then got devoured by a lot of sharks?
Yeah, the Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's your cameraman, is it?
Yeah. And there's his. That's going to be his camera.
Timmy, he is a New Orleans police officer. Erica Eleniak popping out of the cake. Oh, it was a wonderful moment.
Yeah, lovely detail on him.
That's what I said when Erica Eleniak popped out.
Jim says, bristles flex when bumped. No lost aerials for me. Ha ha. Yeah, I still cannot find my easy line. I still have not put an aerial on my Wildcat, so I can't call it finished. Frustrating.
Do you know what? I never do that. So none of my aircraft models like that are ever finished because I never put the aerials on. I should do that.
You should, but you don't.
No, it's silly, really. It's not difficult to do, is it?
David of the Valleys confirms that Gary has put on a bit of weight.
Oh, poor Gary.
Oh, poor Gary. Now she's gone out. When she's in, throw him under the bus every chance you get.
It's that marital hand grenade. You know?
There's no fun now.
It's got
JT says, yes, Gary Morris. That was the ship. Yes, he's about the size of a ship.
Hey!
Oh.
Jim says, saw a photo of Seagal in Red Square recently. With his hair and beard dyed black, he looked like Ivan the Terrible. Oh, Christ.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's got it in a goatee as well.
More like Ivan the...
And he's got his hair like permanently glued backwards to his head.
It just looks a mess.
And it looks like it's been painted with black creosote.
I could have him.
Look out, it's Mr. Creosote.
JT says, if you cannot find your easy line, is it being difficult? It's just another classic example of Marley putting something somewhere and not being able to find it again.
Oh, right back at you.
Very much like I do quite often, but I think I've got some easy lines somewhere.
Well, a lot of good that's going to do me.
Paul says, for your information, I'm sipping some Yamasaki Yamazaki single malt. Helen bought me from Italy. Quite smooth.
Nice.
You see, single malt, the spore, the juice of the devil, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey.
Well done. Enjoy that, Paul.
Yeah.
I don't like whiskey at all. Have I got some of the diorama?
How can you not like whiskey? It's a man's drink.
JT says David Lee Roth of Van Halen fame is an EMT.
Ah,
David Lee Roth is what?
An EMT.
emergency medical technician.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
That's really good. Yes, I do know that Steven Seagal is a part-time police officer.
No.
What? Whether he still
you might
is
as
or
well
No.
jump.
Do you know what? That it came out that he never actually was. He was just made an honorary, deputy.
Well, they did a
He was
whole
never
series on him, didn't they?
Yeah, but they cancelled it when he decided to drive an armored truck through some guy's front gate and then shot his dog for no reason.
Oh, right. Well, how did they do it?
I thought only certain
I know where you're going, don't.
officials did that.
GM says, John M, I have reels of dressmaker's invisible thread used for aerial
He's not
wire,
saying how he got it.
which
I'm
is
gonna have to
similar
do
to the
that.
Easy Line.
Yeah, I should do something because
I've got
this is,
invisible thread.
again, doesn't help me.
Yeah.
See, I've
Julian
got
says, I thought Erica Eleniak
Eleniac.
was in Under Siege 2. Looks it up. Research only, of course. No, he was only in the first one, as Shelfie said.
Yes.
Oh, George says, they're coming along quite nicely. Hello, all. Hello, George. Welcome.
Hey, George.
What's this?
JT says, someone mentioned in chat about organising and then not knowing where everything is. Supple Max. Very relatable. Oh, my God.
Yes.
So what is that? That's clear stuff, is it? Or what?
Yeah, it's clear.
And where'd you get that? At
Out of this
just-
drawer here.
Craft
Yeah.
shops, mate.
Now,
right, a
I know
craft
that.
shop.
I know
Anywhere
that's
they do sewing stuff.
Yeah, I get it. So Spotlight and Lincraft. Yeah, I don't know what you call it over there.
I know that was a very cheeky answer, but literally, this is all stuff that Marion had when she did jewelry making.
Huh.
And I've blagged it all for diorama purposes.
Blagged it.
Yeah.
Crimes. I should put this away. I keep on putting my fingers in it, showing here. So I'll put that away to dry.
Oh, look, and I've got all this as well. Look.
I better put this away. I
bastard.
keep putting my fingers in it.
That's metallic. That stuff. Seven strand nylon coated stainless steel micro wire.
Ooh.
Oh, and I've got some of this tiger tail jewelry wire.
Nice.
I've got 9 meters of it.
Gary,
Yeah.
shut up.
What, you mean you haven't got some, John?
Whoosh.
Amateur,
Whoosh.
mate. Amateur.
Oh my
I
God.
should actually get around to using it, shouldn't I?
Oh.
Have you read that one? JT says someone mentioned in chat about organising and not knowing where everything is. Very relatable.
Yes.
I am actually starting to get quite. And don't misunderstand how I put this. It's quite down about the state of my man cave. No, I really do need
That
to.
doesn't sound like a euphemism at all.
No, despondent is probably too strong a word, but it does need sorting out. And I've got now I've got my hands on one of these.
Yeah.
I want to label everything. All the gear and no idea. JT says, Julian, she was also in the Beverly Hillbillies. Yes, Erica was, but she kept her clothes on in that.
We've got 28 people watching now.
Jim says, Julian Hall. Hey there, Julian. Wave. Hope you're feeling better today. Yes, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling 100%, Julian.
Yes.
JT says, Julian, Katherine Heigl in Under Siege 2. She's a much overrated actress.
Overrated.
Overrated. Oh, I don't rate her at all.
Wow.
Julian says, hi, Jim. Not really, but thanks for asking. Well, I'm sorry, Julian.
Poor Julian.
Get better
You
soon,
can get the
buddy.
heathens. You can get the heathens is unwell.
George is in. George says, do that all the time with random pieces. I put in safe places so I don't lose them. They're still safe from me finding them.
Yeah.
That's exactly my problem. Exactly my problem. Jim says Under Siege was so bad that it is the only typical Hollywood to is only typical Hollywood to film a sequel. Yeah, wasn't the sequel on a train?
Yeah. And they detected the F-117s by the heat trail left through the air by using satellites.
Absolute tosh.
Yes. But it's typical 90s action film, wasn't it?
Yeah. JT says he had a crush on Katherine Heigl and heard she was a jerk. Sam with Brie Larson.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently she was a bit of a diva. Or she is a bit of a diva. Jim says, at Julian Hall, hang in there, mate. Glad you're here today. Yeah. Hopefully we can cheer you up.
Hopefully. I highly unlikely.
JT says, Jim, Gary Busey was in Under Siege. A hint it was bad right there. Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones was good in it. And I think that's because he knew how bad the film was going to be and just played up to it.
Yeah. He was funny.
Jim says, JT, a very true, John. Yeah, Gary Busey, he let himself go, didn't he?
Pot and kettle. Bear in mind, we've seen your RAF photos.
A fine looking man.
Yeah. With a giant porn star tash.
Yeah.
When did you get rid of that?
Oh, no, let me think. It would have been about 2000, I think. No, I had it when I was in Italy. It was after I came back from Italy, so that would be after 2000. So,
yeah.
But yeah. The full Magnum it was.
Yeah. It was the full Ron Jeremy. Next.
It wasn't quite a Sam Elliott though.
Just
Duke
throwing
says,
the movie song out. Roxanne, try not singing that now.
Yeah, we're not allowed to.
You don't have to put on the red light.
JT says, I still like Nicole Kidman. Always will. Very beautiful woman. Now, funnily enough, Tuesday night, we were watching, me and the missus were watching Lionesses, and she's in that. And Marion said, God, hasn't she had some work done? She looks awful now.
Were we talking about the...
much?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know. I think she's had an incredible career, considering she was a ginger and should have been put down at birth.
Oh, steady on.
But going back to Lionesses, Zoe Saldana. Oh,
just because they steal souls and things.
Fine actress.
JT says Duke 48 hours.
Yes, Eddie Murphy.
Is that how long Duke's been watching him?
And Duke says, Jim says to Duke, are you referring to Eddie Murphy's rendition of Roxanne from the film 24 Hours? Again, the only thing I can remember from it wasn't 24 Hours, was it? It was Trading Places that Jamie Lee Stewart was in. Jamie Lee Curtis was in. Yeah.
Again, films and food.
Films and food. We talk that a lot.
Yeah.
JT says he loved Nicole Kidman in Dead Calm and Days of Thunder, which was very young in Days of Thunder, wasn't she?
It was her first role, apart from the magic. I think it was Continental ad, which you guys wouldn't know about.
Mm.
So years before she married Tom Cruise, they had a thing about hey, this guy's coming to dinner, and little brother said, like, she plays a teenager girl in it, and she says to the little brother says to her, guess who's coming to dinner, and it's like Tom Cruise at the end of the thing. So many years later, of course, when they got married, everyone was just like, holy crap. Now, she's very nice from all accounts. I've not met her, of course, but
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is.
She seems really down to earth, like Hugh Jackman and all that sort of stuff. Like, not pretentious, just seems to be just genuinely nice person,
Well,
GM says Nicole's sister is better looking.
Did you see what Ryan Reynolds did the other day?
No.
What's he done?
Ryan Reynolds owns one of our local football teams.
Wrexham.
Yep, Wrexham. And Wrexham Police Station, they have their own football team. And they decided to do a match to raise money for a local kid that's got terminal cancer. So they wanted to raise £5,000 so that she could go on holiday to Disneyland before she dies.
Good on them.
And people were putting in money and stuff. And next minute it came up, Ryan Reynolds, £10,000.
Bloke. What a bloke.
Yeah. So fair play to him. He's done a lot, to be fair, for the area. Him and Rob, I can't pronounce it.
Rob McKellen, yeah.
Yeah.
Jim says, JT, correct, John, 48 hours.
Yeah, it's there's of course Scorsese film, 48 Hours as well. It's one of the best films I've ever seen. It's hilarious.
JT says, then the sequel, another 48 hours. Yeah, there always has to be a sequel nowadays, doesn't there? Mind you, we wouldn't have the James Bond franchise if we didn't have sequels, would we? Let's be honest.
Well, that's true.
That's gone down the tube.
But are they sequels, though? Because they don't continue the story. Well,
they don't. They go all over the place. And the last one I refuse to watch. Duke Wellington says, Jim, yes, I am. That's going to be in your head now. Ha ha ha. Jim says, Nicole Kidman remarked in the wake of her divorce from Tom Cruise, it's not nice. It's nice to not always wear flat-soled shoes everywhere I go. She's a very tall lady, isn't she?
Yeah, and he's very short.
Yeah, he's very short.
Yeah.
Small man, big ego.
Oh, well, if you look like that, I'd have an ego too, but that's why I don't.
Like you've had about 1 million plastic surgeries. Try and make you look like you're in your 20s, even though you're a pensioner.
Well, what can I say? I think, he's had a more successful life than this guy here. So, yeah, what can I say? I'm not going to judge. I reckon good on him.
Joe says, wow, went out to feed the catfish in the pond, and all of a sudden we're talking about Nicole Kidman. Better looking than catfish for sure.
Do you do noodling, Joe? If you've got catfish? Have you never heard of noodling? What they do is they get in the water and they have competitions where they get in the water and they find catfish holes and they put their fist into the hole and let the catfish grab onto their fist and then pull it out using their fist, using their arm. And they're literally using themselves to catch the fish.
What a stupid idea.
Paul
says BMX Bandits was an early Kidman movie.
It was the first movie, yeah. I don't know if you've seen her in it. I'll Google a picture of her in BMX Bandits and just show you how young she was.
Duke says, Gary, I promise that the VHS was not worn out at the point where someone jumps out of a cake in a movie that we may have discussed earlier. It was spectacular. Well, both of them were.
I think the scene where they do that in the Addams Family is funnier.
Yeah.
There we go.
They lift the bloody hell.
Who the bloody hell is that Nicole Kidman?
Sure is.
Bad hair day.
Well,
Yeah. In the Addams Family one, they lift the lid off Fester's cake, and all that comes out is smoke. And Gomez looks over. He's like, Lurch, was she in the cake before you baked it or after? And he just goes,
JT says, I like Rebel Wilson because of her feistiness. Something cool about her.
Yeah.
I can't say I've seen much of Rebel Wilson stuff to.
Yeah. Oh, she's quite down to earth as well, I
She
think.
She was in a film where she played a security guard, a British film.
No, it wasn't a British film. That was Night at the Museum too.
Was it not? Yes, it was. Yes.
See, I've not seen
She
any
played
of
a
those
British
films.
security guard, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
That falls in love with the mannequin of the Neanderthal version of.
Ian says, "Sorry, John, that was Naomi Watts in that old ad."
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very, very, very good. Okay, thank you. Easily corrected.
Patrick Clark says, "I think Hugh Jackman would have made a good Jack Reacher." We're talking the film now. Yes, it was. It was. Tom Cruise is a complete opposite of how Jack Reacher is described in the books. Alan Richardson in the series is far more like the book Jack Reacher.
Oh, it's a stunning series, isn't it?
Oh, brilliant. He was also very good in Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Mm.
Julian says, Wrexham destroys them. I'll get my coat. Yes, I remember that old joke.
Wrexham
Jay
City.
says, noodling? Hell no. Good man. Bizarre way to earn a living.
The only noodling I do is when I'm playing on my guitar.
Ian Edison says, BMX Bandits. Good shout, Paul. Dear me, what have I missed? And JT says, Rebel Wilson seemed like she would have been fun to hang out with. She's not dead, is she?
No. She's just lost a hell of a lot of weight.
Oh, I know that. Jim says, Bruce Willis, Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, and a few memorable or worthy acting roles between the three, mostly forgettable action films.
I think Johnny Mnemonic has got to be one of the worst films I've ever seen. Keanu Reeves. And people venerate him. I don't know why.
I do like the John Wick.
He's a nice guy of Hollywood, isn't he?
He is supposedly a very nice guy. I do like the John Wick films, I must admit.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. Who cares what the story is? It's just wall-to-wall action.
Well, he actually practiced for days and days, didn't he, to be able to handle the weapons like he does in the films.
Yeah. And Julian says, Patrick, the one on the Amazon Prime, Alan Richardson, is much better than Tiny Tom Cruise. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a video of Keanu Reeves and Halle Berry going through a shooting range.
Yeah.
Halle Berry. It's another moment to myself.
Last thing I saw Halle Berry in was the Flintstones.
Oh my God, no. She was very good in John Wick 2.
See, I've not watched any of the John Wicks. Those sort of films don't really interest me since I've finished puberty. June says, oh no, John says, I remember the Tom Cruise in Taps.
Not a film I've seen.
No. Aaron Bill says, Hugh Jackman sometimes stays in a hotel I know in Norwich, Norfolk, UK, when he comes to visit his mum in a nearby care home. Oh.
See, he is a nice guy.
What, because he has a mum who visits her? Duke says, I love the Reacher series. The Reach Around. Julian says, Cruise only plays one type, a wisecracking smartass. Jack Reacher is nothing like Tom Cruise portrays him.
Still, it is a good film. Like, you know, I think that the novels are so strong that it is a very entertaining film.
I don't know.
And JT says, when I say seemed, I meant because you don't hear much about Rebel Wilson anymore.
Yeah.
Duke Wellington says, don't kill John Wicks's dog. No.
No.
Oh, you don't want to be doing that. Or his wife.
Yeah, don't do that either.
Who was portrayed by Bridget Moynihan, who's famous for being in Blue Bloods.
Oh.
Oh.
He was punched right in the Moynihan's.
GM says Tom Cruise, despite his faults, is actually very knowledgeable on aircraft subjects, planning, filming, angles. He'll ask you for your ideas and input. Never dull in chats with him.
Yeah, I've not had a chat with him, but I find him a rather interesting person. So I would happily sit down with him if he gave me the chance.
He spends hours chatting to his fans, doesn't he, at events and things, So, good for him.
Yeah.
He's making his way in this world as only he knows how.
Yeah.
AT says, Gary Morris, Sean Penn, George C. Scott, Timothy Hutton, Tim Cruise are a couple of other famous actors. Yeah, Timothy Hutton, the son of Jim Hutton.
Who's Jim Hutton?
Who's Jim Hutton, you say?
I say.
He was in films like The Green Berets with John Wayne. He was Peter-san in John Wayne in Green Berets.
Penis-san.
Peter-san.
Oh, okay.
Very sad ending. He gets spiked.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And the little boy that little Vietnamese boy that attached himself to him was running along the helicopter line when they all came back looking for him. And John Wayne walks off into the sunset, as John Wayne does, with him trying to explain why Peterson didn't come back. George C. Scott was very good in Patton.
Sure was.
Although Patton had a very high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I did see that on YouTube. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. JT said they were in Taps. I haven't seen Taps, but Timothy Hutton was in Leverage as well, the TV
Taps
series.
is a good film. It's a very early Tom Cruise one.
Yeah. I like what is on tap better, Walt, says John Thompson.
Oh, not wrong.
Trick says, I've read a lot of books and did not even bother to watch the film when I found out Tom Cruise was playing him. Paul says, speaking of Jack Reacher, I downloaded the book The Hunt for Red October today. I've not read Tom Clancy before. Oh, Tom Clancy.
Have you not?
Red October, Clear and Present Danger, the book, is totally different than the film they made.
It is, yeah.
It's very good. All the Tom Clancy books are good.
I haven't read one for years, but I've read a number of them.
To be fair, though, the film wasn't bad either.
Yeah, Clear and Present Danger, the film, is one of my favourite films.
Well, same with Hunt for Red October. Was one
Hunt for Red October, there, that was a good film. Jim Aldcott says Jim Hutton was the son of Robert Hutton, also an actor. So Robert Hutton begat Jim Hutton, who begat Timothy Hutton.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of begetting going on.
A whole lot of begatting going on.
Begetting begod.
And Gary says, was he related to Len Hutton of Yorkshire in England? No. Famous cricketer.
Okay, right.
And JT says, Jim, is Timothy Hutton related to Lauren Hutton? Where are we going with this?
I don't know, but I'm worried. It's slightly scary.
Julian says, if I recall correctly, when married to Kidman, Cruise got her to stand on steps a couple below him to make him look taller. However, at a premiere in London, he stood outside in the rain for 3 hours signing autographs.
Yeah, good on him.
Duke says, yesterday was the anniversary of the battle that A Bridge Too Far is of, my favourite movie.
Mm.
Yes, it would have started, the drops. Yeah, Battle of Bridge Too Far is a good film.
Yeah.
Aaronville's in. He said one problem when making films from books, they would never have the money or time to do every single page. So I never really try to compare books to films. That's a very good point. That's a very
I
good
never
point.
understand why people compare like Sharp to the books or Hornblower to the books and things like that. Because they can't. I mean, all the Sharp episodes that they made, well, sorry, all the Hornblower episodes that they made are just the first book of the Hornblower series.
Yeah.
They're all
I suppose they've got to balance it out with, entertaining people and the time span of the film and
exactly. And budgets, and they can't really have battles and things. And
budgies.
yeah,
Budgie smugglers.
Budgie smugglers, yeah.
The budget for those budgie smugglers. Ooh.
Yeah. You need a big budget for your budgie smugglers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Aaron makes a good point then. JT says, I remembered Lauren Hutton in Once Bitten.
Mm.
Julian Hall says, question for everyone, best Tom Clancy book not made into a film. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Is there one isn't there one about a spy in the Kremlin?
The Kremlin device.
Is that a Tom Clancy?
I don't know. But I know it's a book. It could be Chris Ryan, actually.
Jim says, yes, indeed, Gary. Patton's voice was almost comical, a complete contrast to his blood and guts tough guy image and legacy. Yeah, he was had a very high pitched voice.
That's cool.
Paul says, Raise the Titanic film was a shocking making of a bloody good book.
I don't know. I quite like that film. And it's quite prophetic as well. That imploding submersible.
Sum of All Fears would be my pick.
Sum of All Fears is a good film.
Better book.
Sorry, good book. Did they make it? They did make a film of it, didn't they?
Years later, yeah. Wasn't
it starring Morgan Freeman and who played Jack Ryan? It wasn't Harrison Ford. I've got a feeling it was.
Don't know. I've not seen the film.
Oh, come on, guys in chat. Oh, the Sum of All Fears, the film. Who played Jack Ryan? Oh, it wasn't Alec Baldwin. It wasn't Harrison Ford.
It's not good to tell us who it wasn't.
It wasn't John. What's his name? Who played him in the series?
I don't know. I've never heard of John. What's his name? Sounds like an odd name to me. Yeah.
What's his name?
Could play any role.
Never mind. And Jim says, JT, regarding Lauren Hutton, probably so, John. I can't picture Lauren Hutton.
See, I quite like the 90s era action films and stuff because you can suspend disbelief and they're quite enjoyable.
Go back one, please, Tiff. I didn't read JT. JT says, Aaronville, you see deviation from the truth in The Right Stuff, Rudy, Patton, and Memphis Belle. Yeah. JT says, not truth, but history. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Julian says, the problem between Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit films is the latter was a much shorter book and lacked enough content for 3 films.
Yeah.
And Duke says, I told my granddaughters that we would watch a fairy tale movie called A Bridge Too Far Away, but my wife won't let me.
Nice try.
Julian says, yes, Mikey, the Kremlin device was Chris Ryan.
Yeah.
JT says, Julian, Sean Astin was in that, liked him in the Goonies.
Ew.
And Gary Markham says, I read 4 books on the series of Red Dwarf. They were the funniest books I've read in years. Pity much of the books could not be used in the series.
I didn't even know there was books of it. Because that'd be quite funny.
Patrick says he rewatched Raise the Titanic on YouTube last week.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Tiff says Ben Affleck. Yes, it was Ben Affleck that played Jack Ryan in that film. It wasn't a very good film.
He's got his little camera.
Ben Affleck, I think, is the best Batman on film. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Christian Bale played Batman, didn't he?
You did.
Yeah, he played Dark Knight one, didn't he? I like the Dark Knight series. I really like Dark Knight. I love the Hans Zimmer music for it as well.
But
it is good.
I have to say, the guy that did the first one of the Batman films. Oh, what's his name?
Someone's just shot me.
Christopher Nolan.
No, the guy that played
Batman.
Whoa,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. He did a good job. Julian says my pick for best Tom Clancy book not made into a film is Red Storm Rising. That might be the one I'm thinking of.
Pardon me.
George Clooney
creases in their shorts. That's just stupid. Nobody puts pin sharp creases in their shorts.
I have, I did.
That's because you were RAF.
Maybe on a corner.
Paul says, Mikey, I agree with what you said about sharp books.
Thank you, buddy. At least somebody does.
I used to like the Sharp series. Joe says no need to. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Joe says no need to see more 90s movies. Wife and I don't recall too many 90s movies. Right, raising 3 kids at the time. Music too. Can't remember.
Okay.
David of the Valleys says, true that Julian, and Lord of the Rings was due to be 2 films till some guys asked Peter Jackson, aren't there 3 books?
Well, what I find most annoying thing about all of that is Peter Jackson and, of course, the whole crew made those first 3 films of Lord of the Rings, and they were blockbusters. They were outstanding and wonderful. I think they're perfect cinema. So you go forward, say 10 years or so, he goes back to Harvey Weinstein in the the company that they made a lot of money for, asked for more money to make The Hobbit, and they said, no, I don't think it's going to be a good thing for us. So they had to shop elsewhere. So yeah, hello to Harvey, and hope you're feeling terrible.
Okay. On with the show.
Ian Ellison says Michael Keaton. Yes, thank you, Ian. Michael Keaton. Beetlejuice. JT says, I have an interesting view of Raise the Titanic. Liked it as a kid because of the adventure. I feel differently about it as I got older. The soundtrack was impressive because John Barry did it. Did a lot of soundtracks, John Barry. Oh, here comes the tiredness.
Oh, no.
Ian says, I like the Christian Bale versions after the first Michael Keaton. Yeah, I'm with you, Ian. Michael Keaton as the first Batman was good. Christian Bale as the Dark Knight, absolutely phenomenal.
They couldn't have picked a better actor for that.
I love those films, right? Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but I love those films to death until I mentioned to a mate of mine. And he said, yeah, they're backwards. I said, what do you mean backwards? And he said, well, the third one, when they got Bane, which, blah, blah, blah. He said, so Batman...
Dark Knight Rises.
Batman sounds like a villain, like, where is he? Where is he? And he said, Bane sounds like a librarian. Oh, if you look under the Dewey Decimal System, you'll find it under 12. And it's sort of backwards.
I watched a very good Christian Bale film, and I'm not a big fan of Christian Bale, but I did see him in a film. I think it was called Renegades. It was a Western.
Great Sticks song.
It was a Western, and what was the woman's name? The English actress who was briefly in a Bond film, and
Ask the audience.
very pretty. She was in the Johnny English films as well. Well, one of the Johnny English films. Long haired, very pretty woman. She did the Rings of Power as well, I think.
Oh yeah, Kate Blanchett.
No.
No.
She's Australian.
Yes, that's why I mentioned her.
No, what's her name? This is where I hate being old. She's a very attractive woman, very well spoken.
Yeah, don't you know?
But it was a film basically about this cavalry officer who was escorting renegade Indians to the reservation or somewhere like that, and he rescues this woman from other Indians who killed her husband, and it was just an interesting film of how they pictured and how their views of the Native Americans changed during the journey. JT says, "I see."
Dances with Wolves. You're talking about, is it?
Say again.
Not Dances with Wolves.
No, it's not. It's called. I think it was called Renegades. JT says, "I see Titanic as a grave now. Now people are coming in like vultures and disturbing the wreck. I wonder if Ballard ever regretted finding it." Just left.
There's absolutely no remains left, though. My view is,
The old sense of jelly, didn't it? Dissolved.
Oh, there's all sorts of sort of
Bacteria.
reasons. Yeah, and all that sort of stuff. No, it's like, let's face it, there's a lot of stuff going on. They're talking about mining the moon now, and I don't think they should do that.
Julian says, Michael Keaton was, in my honest opinion, the best Batman. He played the combination of suave, dangerous, and slightly unhinged very well. Yes.
Another Nicole Kidman thing.
Patrick Clark says, I agree, Julian. And Duke Wellington says, Adam West is the best Batman. Well, he will always be Batman, won't he? But, it was done tongue-in-cheek.
Did he actually do anything else?
66 Batman says, g'day.
Julian Hall says, if I recall correctly, Jackson wanted to make The Hobbit as 2 films, but financial backers wanted 3, so we wound up with lots of crap wholly invented, not in the book.
Well, isn't it all wholly invented?
Thank you, Ian. Ian actually has corrected me. It's not Renegades, it's Hostiles. Yeah, now, for God's sake, tell me the name of the woman. I could picture her. Natalie Imbruglia Shelfie. No, she's Australian.
That's why we mentioned her. Oh, no one's mentioned Kylie Minogue. She's Australian. Hey.
Yes. Paul Tanker says you should read the book Raise the Titanic by Clive Cussler. Rosamund Pike. Thank you, Ian. To my rescue again. Rosamund Pike. Absolutely stunning lady.
My granddad likes Cussler books.
Joe says he bought a Vortex paint mixer recently, one of the best hobby investments I've made. Sorry for changing the subject. Carry on. I totally agree with you, but I've got a Vortex paint mixer and it is a godsend. One of my friends at, I have them, yes. One of my friends at the modelling group I attend, the Model for Heroes group, he's just invested in an ultrasonic bath for his hair cleaning. And apparently they're the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
I might, as she's out, I might invest in one of them in the near future.
Marianne!
JT says, hope I didn't get too personal on Titanic. We're not letting those poor people rest. I feel badly for the descendants. Has to be hard seeing profit off of a tragedy. I totally agree with you, Jen. Totally agree with you. Ian Ellison says, bloody good film in my opinion. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Julian says, Joe, how dare you mention modelling, lol. Yes, how dare you mention modelling? You don't come on here to talk about modelling. Damn it.
No.
We should. But somehow we always in every show, you go back and watch every show we've done. At some point we will talk about food and films.
Yeah,
Jim says,
of course, we
I
don't
agree with
drive the
you.
discussion. We don't know what the discussion will be every time we go live. It's pretty amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's audience led. It's
Mm.
audience led, folks. I mean that more sincerely.
It's your fault.
Joe agrees with Duke.
It is your fault.
Ian says, seeing as we're talking about movies, I've watched Dune 2 recently, really enjoyed it, but realised that the majority of the plot is essentially the same as Lawrence of Arabia.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of similarities, obviously, with So people talk about it's such a visionary and stuff like that. And I don't think he is. I think I really enjoyed Dune. Dune Messiah is good, Children of Dune great, and then it completely messes with non-prescription drugs and like everyone just gets it's a whole. The last 3 books are terrible in my opinion.
But talking of Lawrence of Arabia, I think the first few minutes of the film where it's completely black screen.
Oh yeah,
you hear the music. That's amazing.
It is
amazing. I actually first time I watched it, I thought there was something wrong with my telly.
Yeah. No, it's one of the most outstanding films ever done, and one of the last MGM ones before they became a hotel company. And hello to all the billionaires out there.
Gary says Kate Winslet in The Dressmaker was the last film I watched. I don't bother with Hollywood films as it's too crass and rubbish. Kate Winslet is a very good actress. I saw her in a TV series called The Mayor of Bridgetown. Mayor of Bridgetown, but it wasn't mayor as in mayor. It was MERE, and she was a police detective in that.
Mayor as in horse.
Yeah, and she was also very good, and I did enjoy the film in Lee.
Never watched it.
That is about the photographer, World War II photographer, who famously took a bath at the end of the war in Mr. H's bath.
Oh yeah.
Jim says,
tell you what I got yesterday from Morrison's for £7. I got Gladiator 2 on DVD.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Gladiator, so I haven't watched it.
Well, for £7, it doesn't matter, does it? It's a film.
Jim says, at BBC, Adam West did have an acting career before and after Batman. Most notably, he was the voice of Mayor West from Family Guy.
Oh yeah, I know him from that. But other than that, I don't know him from anything.
Patrick Clark says Underworld was good, and Kate Beckinsale is easy on the eyes. Yes. So is her sister,
Samantha,
and her dad was a good actor. Taken far too young.
She was back in the day. Have you seen Samantha Beckinsale now?
She was in London's Burning, wasn't she?
Yes.
Ian Elephant says, Ian Elephant? Sorry, Ian. Ian Ellison says, if you like Hostiles, Gary, I recommend Old Henry, a brilliant story. Oh, I shall have to look for that one.
Yeah. I think that's going to look pretty good.
I noticed yesterday with an element of disgust that Sky are now showing The Old Man and the Gun. They all do it as soon as a big star dies, passes away. They bring his films out. But I thought it just annoyed me slightly. Oh, you soon got that out.
It always amazes me how they have a documentary about that person's life and death within days of person dying.
Yeah, people are out there making them in preparation for the passing of the person.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Even when the actors are young, they do it.
Oh dear, I can see where this is going to go. Joe says, okay, how about the best Catwoman? Love them all, yummy. Well, there's going to be the Eartha Kitt version.
Anne Hathaway, I think, is outstanding.
School of Thought, Anne Hathaway, Halle Berry, and of course Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, I found her annoying. No, she's playing somebody who's mentally disturbed and all that stuff after the incident. But I just, I don't know. I don't like her in that role. yeah, obviously, I think it was a trying to do the dark sort of Batman or whatever. But I don't think she was that good. I mean, the only thing that was good about it, I think, is everyone goes, "Oh, the suit," but it's just that's
GM
not
says.
acting.
GM says, blame JT. He starts these discussions.
Yeah, JT.
Julian says, agreed, JT. I feel the same about movies made about 9/11. Bad taste, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, I do. I actually do. Jim says, the Batman started as a comic strip created and written by Bob Kane. A theatre film series was made in the 1930s and 40s. That's not
it turns
the
out. Yeah, but
No,
as it turns out, it wasn't Bob Kane. It was, I think, Bill Finger was his name, and Bob Kane pretty much stole all the credit for it. I think Bill Finger's pretty much seen as the original creator of the look.
Controversial. Oh dear.
Yeah.
JT
it's not like
says
some people to take all the credit, is it?
JT says Patrick hated Kate Beckinsale in Pearl Harbor. I hated Pearl Harbor.
I hated
The movie
Pearl
was
Harbor.
horrible. She was beautiful, but her character was a bit much. Sexier as a vampire. Totally agree. She was also very good in Van Helsing.
Yes, yeah, she was. But that was a terrible film. I mean, great. They had such a good canvas, and they made a mess of it.
Yeah. Julie Newmar. Yes, Joe. She was the one I forgot.
Oh yeah,
she was
the original series.
Yeah.
David
of the Valley says Adam West did appear in some other films opposite Chuck Connors in Geronimo, The Three Stooges in The Outlaws, and in the Three Stooges in The Outlaws Are Coming, and in Robinson Crusoe on Mars.
There you go.
Jim says in the first season of the 60s Batman series, he was called the Batman. Batman. Julian says, Joe, Halle Berry or Michelle Pfeiffer? I don't recall who else played her. Oh, lots of people have played Catwoman. Julie Newmar was very good.
Yeah, she's lovely.
John Thompson says to Joe, to Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Lol. Patrick Swayze in drag. Yes, another actor taken before his time. Paul Tanker says, Old Henry, good movie. Yes, I must admit, I like Patrick Swayze in the original Roadhouse film. Very good. JT says, Joe Leal, I liked Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, she did all right.
Jim Alcott says, Joe, my favourites are Lee Merriweather. Oh, Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, forget the rest. Lee Merriweather. And Julian says, Joe, Kate Beckinsale. Oh, sorry, wrong franchise. The tight leather confused me. Polishes Halo. JT, Gary Markham, lol. And Duke says, I went to see Saving Private Ryan with a friend who had seen it already. He said the first 10 minutes will blow your mind. After the old bloke walked around, and I said, I am good so far. Joe says, I love Van Helsing and Kate. Aaronville says, the film Lee, Kate Winslet reenacting the bath pose the same as Mr. H's woman, Eva Braun. It wasn't Eva Braun. The photographer Lee got to Birch's Garden and took a bath in Mr. H's bath.
Yep.
And had her photo taken as such. And GM said, did you have a go on... Gary Markham says, did you have a go in one of the Batmobile cars? Big disappointment. The jet engine isn't, just an LPG gas burner, similar to those used in hot air balloons. And the handling was diabolically mad. I would imagine it would be.
So that was in the local area a couple of weeks ago. We had a car show out here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I used to have a Mitsubishi Magna. I think the handling would be much the same. Like the steers, I think the Titanic had a tighter turning circle.
Ian Ellison says, oh yeah, Julie Newmar, sassy. Joe Leal says, Eartha Kitt and Lee were good too, were great too. And Patrick says, yes, she was good in Van Helsing.
Van Helsing?
Julian says, Pearl Harbor was a terrible film. I watched it on YouTube video yesterday and panning the top 15 terrible historical films. PH was on the list, unsurprisingly. It's every time, what's his name? We mentioned him earlier. Ben
Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Every time he goes, hammer down, I just want to punch him.
So for homework, JT, I want you to go off and watch Cromwell. It's got Richard Harris, Dumbledore, versus Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's a cracker of a film.
Yeah.
Yada yada. Hence, I think you'd love that. Take notes. We'll talk about it next week.
Did you know that after Cromwell's death, they dug him up and beheaded him posthumously and put his head on a spike?
Yes, worse than that. They dug him up, put him to trial, hung, drawn, and quartered him, and then cut off his head and stuck it on a pike on London Bridge until I think it was there for 180 years or something. It was terrible.
What a nasty bunch of people we were.
Yes, you're not wrong. And hello to the royal family.
Joe says, Mikey, all the Catwoman talk, I might have to add strokes to my score. And on that note.
All right, so here we are. So what I've done today is, so I've made some straps and put them on, say, the canteen and around this side, all those little sort of bags that are hanging off the rail there. So the cage that is holding all the jerry cans is all scratch built as per the instructions. It says do that. So I've got the little straps done. I've put the gun on there. I'll give it another wash and a bit of a coat, but let's call that vehicle done. And you've also seen me use this stuff. This is a AK Terrains desert sand acrylic over a what do they call that stuff? Got a name.
XPS foam.
XPS foam. So that's looking like sand. Neckwick, and I put a couple of grooves in there just using the back end of a thick brush. So it looks like tire tracks. So once that all dries, that'll go on there. And then Neckwick, I'll be painting that a desert sand color and put a little tufts of grass in there. But it's just about done. I reckon one more week and we'll be done on these. It looks lovely. I think it's a cracker of a kit. Really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm done.
Yay!
And
Nice.
there we go. And that will be going to Telford this year.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you going to put a little bit of Veteran Create sticker on it as well?
I will find somewhere to put the trouble is I haven't got much room to put a sticker on it. Or I could. I'll find somewhere.
What you could do is if I create a 3 Veterans logo, you could always 3D print a plaque with the logo on.
That's a good idea. Idea. I could get my mate Steve to design it.
Yeah.
Steve!
JT says Jean Marsh gave us a chilling character in Fatherland. She was a great actress. I like Rutger Hauer.
Great axes. I like that.
Yeah, I like Rutger Hauer. Made it a point not to visit nor places in Germany. Will not visit Berchtesgaden. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
How did you get on, Mikey?
I've coated the base in the filler and I have put together the cameraman. So I just need to paint him.
Yeah, show us the cameraman. Can we zoom in? I didn't see that earlier. I knew you were going, oh, that looks great. But can we see him? We have time. We have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we've got time.
In the meantime, Julian says Van Helsing is a great film. Van Helsing said, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. The priest replied, yes, I know. You're rather good at it. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's got to put his hat on when I've painted it. Otherwise, I won't be able to paint his face.
And he's got shorts.
There you go. Yeah, he's in cargo shorts. Unfortunately, he's got body armor on, but yeah, they're firing blank ammunition, so it's probably health and safety gone crazy.
That's fine.
So yeah, he's going to be.
We'll call that artistic license.
Yeah, well, he's going to be stood there filming him like that. So,
yeah,
I think that'll work nicely.
I know they filmed a lot of Rogue Heroes in Morocco, didn't they? So he probably needed body armor anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I kicked him right in me Rocco's.
Timmy says, looking great, guys. Yeah. See you tomorrow, Tim.
Yeah. Bob says, I come in after another medic visit to Van Helsing. Time to drag it off the shelf. Cool. Julian, panel, those Jeeps look awesome. Cheers,
I've
buddy.
enjoyed
you,
the Jeep
Julian.
build. I really have enjoyed the Jeep build. It's a nice, simple build.
Yeah.
It's a
Next one.
mojo build.
It's so cheap, and you throw it together, and yeah, you feel you've accomplished something because there's so much stuff you can make up and put where you want. It's totally customizable. Do what you want.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fantastic.
a mojo build. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the third
Paul
one
says,
I've done in my life.
well done, guys. Cheers, Paul.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
And Bob says, oh, hello, all.
Hi, Bob.
Oh,
Hello, Bob.
Ian wants one of those River Styx boats.
Aussie Ian, by the way, Bob, is getting one of the Strand Beasts on Sunday.
Nice. JT says, thanks, guys, and interesting
Thanks,
chat.
JT. Yeah.
Gina says, the cameraman looks great, Mikey. Thank you, buddy.
You
Ian
never
says,
know. One day we might do one of these whole sessions and just talk about modelling.
Yeah.
What?
Ian says, hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Waitrose says, if there's no shredder on the gun, they'll need body armor at that range. Yeah. Especially if Alec Baldwin's on set. PT says. Anywho, thanks again, guys. See you, Anon.
Cheers, Paul.
Duke says, great work, gents. See you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
I was going to watch The Meaning of Life tonight. Think I'll watch Hostiles again.
Yeah, it's good.
Now, reassess your life choices. Go back to, it did go wherever I did go. Fishy, fishy, fish. Yeah.
Well, Ian says, ooh.
Yes.
Jim,
That's if I make it to a bloody
bearded...
show. I tend not to be around for the...
Tune in tomorrow, same bearded time, same bearded channel.
Same bloody chat.
Different films.
Cheers, David.
Yeah. Bob says, Rob the Resin will be consulted. There you go, Ian. Get in touch with Bob on Discord. David says, nice one, Mikey. Thank you, buddy. Ian's laughing at Jim. Cool. Right. That's us done for today. Good times, boys.
Good chimes.
Good chimes. Good times and chats.
Good chats.
That's what it's all about. All right. We're back tomorrow with Waitrose and Tim for the Jagdpanther build. So that should be fun. 12 till 2. Don't forget to join us. Until then, Hulvar for now.